Take 9. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Gordon, and I'm the president of the Archaeological Society of South Carolina. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the ASSC's 47th Annual Conference on South Carolina Archaeology. Normally, this conference would be held face-to-face at the University of South Carolina, Columbia campus, but this year we are meeting virtually because of COVID-19. Putting together this year's conference has not been a simple task. We have considerable experience in doing face-to-face conferences, but putting on the conference virtually has been a major challenge. And I especially want to recognize the members of the conference committee who spent many, many hours putting the program together and working out the technical problems. They are the ones who will make this conference successful. Many thanks to Rebecca Shepard, Savannah Hewlin, Keely Lewis Schroer, and Jessica Cooper. And special thanks are due to Bach Pham, our technology guru. While COVID-19 has restricted our ability to have face-to-face meetings, the ASSC has continued promoting archaeology in South Carolina and the surrounding states. We had our Archaeology Month and our annual Fall Field Day activities, but we moved these to online formats. By putting them online, we were able to get more content to more people than we would with our regular meetings. We continued our grant and aid program, which gives funding to graduate students for their research. We continued to publish our journal, South Carolina Antiquities, which makes important research available in a very impressive format. And now we're holding our premier event, the Annual Conference on South Carolina Archaeology. One thing many of us do is pay our dues at the annual conference. While we haven't been able to have our physical meetings, our activities still require funding. For instance, as a member, you receive a copy of the South Carolina Antiquities. Most of your dues actually go to producing your copy. So please send in your renewal. If you are not currently a member, please feel free to join. We have some interesting papers for the conference. Our first paper is by Chris Gillum and Richard Chacon of Winthrop University and deals with their ongoing work at Brattonsville in the midst of COVID-19. The title of their paper is Going Virtual, Pro-Social Archaeology at Historic Brattonsville During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Our second paper is given by Alexis Woodifield of Coastal Carolina University and is titled Using PXRF to Source Ceramic Artifacts, Low-Fired Earthenware from Brookgreen. Our theme for this year's conference is a history of fishing in South Carolina, so we will have 2 papers on the material culture of fishing. Our first fishing paper is by Elizabeth J. Reitz of the Georgia Museum of Natural History and Martha A. Zerden of the Charleston Museum, and it is titled The Practice and Technology of Fishing in Charleston, South Carolina. Finally, our keynote speaker will be Dr. David Cranford of the North Carolina Office of State Archaeology. His paper is the North Carolina Fish Weir Archaeological Project. I want to welcome these speakers and thank them for making their presentations at the conference. And I want to thank you as well for attending. I hope you enjoy the conference.